Match bout to be fought at featherweight. USA rules. Victoria versus New South Wales. Ringside judges officiating: Miss June Chan, Mr. George Zachariah, Mr. Mick Hennefeed. Toughness, bout 4. The third person when the bell tolls, Neville Williams. May I introduce, in the red corner on my right, he comes from Campbelltown, New South Wales. 6 kickboxing bouts, 4 wins. Wearing Muay Thai trunks, gold and black. With Robert Hong from the Muay Thai Academy, Campbelltown, in the corner. Scaling 57 kilograms, 20 years of age. Would you welcome from New South Wales, dashing Danger Man, Dale Middleton. Across the ring in the blue corner, he turns 25 on June the 1st, a couple of days away. He has a record of 8 bouts, 8 wins, 5 by knockout. Trained by Dana Goodson, #1 Gymnasium, Fitzroy Stars, scaling 57.1 kilograms, wearing fluorescent trunks with blue piping. He is the WKA and IKBA Australian Featherweight Champion. Top Gun, trailblazing, Jim Dimitri, technician, Tetoros. 4 rounds, Neville Williams.
Well, Tarsus Madridis, this bout, or this bout, I should say, promises us a little.
Yes, Kid K. Karim, we welcome Kid to ringside. Part of the Paul Fifield, we welcome Paul, the Silver Fox, Fifield to ringside. One of the finest, most articulate men in the sport of kickboxing. Men's of world champion.
Okay, take 2, here we go. 2, 1.
And Kid K. Karim.
Welcome back to...
And accomplished George Dinosopoulos. And his lovely wife at ringside this evening. George, his wife, had the pleasure of talking at length last night at the underground weigh-in with Tony Takasi and company. This bout, 4 rounds, interstate contest. Toscana's our sponsor. Bout 4, then we're going to have a short pause.
Okay, back in centre ring, and Tarsus Madridis, this bout promises plenty. We have Dale Middleton and Jim. Tetros, come on, you can help me out here.
Well, I've seen him fight a few times. He's very good, he takes his time, and he's a very good technician. I haven't seen the other boy fight, so it's going to be interesting.
It was interesting, of course, Dale Middleton came out without any protection on the ankles, and was sent back to get a couple of ankle supports out of the room. So interesting from the Robert Hong Muay Thai gym in Campbelltown in New South Wales. And Jimmy Tetoros using early. And both boys quite prepared to let the kicks fly. Both well matched. Both in good physical condition. Perhaps Tetoros looks a little stronger. Maybe that's deceptive. And it's got a fair kit as well. Has the titles to go with it? None from Dale Middleton at this present point of time, but I'm sure he's going to work on that. A good all-round technician, but he's fighting an excellent one tonight.
Yes, Jim Tetoros very good with his hands. Had a few boxing fights as well, and done very well in that sport as well.
Lacks nothing out of the gym of Dana Goodson. The Fitzroy All-Stars comes with a left. Oh, good left hand over the top, and a right hand breaks the guard there of Middleton. And he's quite happy to do a bit of damage with it too. Middleton takes the punishment, comes back out with legs flying. Jim Tetoros, good hands. And there doesn't look a lot of power in those kicks, Tarsus, but boy, if they just catch you on the inside, they can sting.
They do sting. As you can see, Jim's taking his time, picking his shots.
Nice check there by Dale.
Ooh, that kick was a little high, but hasn't worried Tetoros at all. Looks for their inside leg kick. You can hear the crack. They found the mark.
That front leg taking a bit of punishment from Jim.
Still quite happy, prepared to lead, but still trying to back it up, an inside leg kick. And one of those kicks I saw before Tarsus to the inside there of Tetoros' leg was a bottler.
That's right. Tetros is a southpaw, and you can hit the inside leg very easy if you're an orthodox fighter, as that Dale is doing.
I meant to ask you earlier, but I got cut off. You fought Manson Gibson, just taking you to the main event. You've seen Ian fight a few times. What's your prediction, putting you on the spot?
Oh, I'm looking forward to it. It's going to be an interesting fight. Manson's evasive, but Ian's got power kicks, and he can kick well. He can kick on the back move. I just hope both boys did well.
I wouldn't put money on it either.
The two we're talking about, of course, is the main event later on tonight. And that is between the Australian Commonwealth champion, Ian Jacobs, and of course, the one they term as the Master Blaster, Manson Gibson, whom we've seen out here in Australia once before when he fought our co-commentator in Tarsus Pedritas. But the action's at centre ring at the moment, and it's between Dale Middleton and Jim Tetoros. Out of the blue corner, Tetoros lays back. But young Dale Middleton, not to be outdone, keeps coming back. Copped a couple of heavy ones there before from the hands of Tetoros, but stood up to it well. And there's not much of him, but he might be a deceptive little character. Busy all the time, working. Both fighters trying to use plenty of weight in their leg kicks to the midriff. Tetoros has found the mark. And both fighters still fairly well balanced too, Steve.
Very balanced.
Good leg kick, but a good left and right hand come back here from Tetoros on that occasion. It was a good leg kick from Middleton, but Tetoros was stung by it. Trying to take the legs out from underneath him again. Finds the left hand, right on the button of Tetoros. Middleton still stands there. Comes back with leg kicks, trying to take them out underneath. Roundhouse leg kicks, as distinct from the leg kicks as we see differently there. Trying to work to the inside of that thigh there of Tetoros. So far it's been working for him. In fact, Tetoros' inside of both thighs are very red at the moment. But he's the fighter in centre ring at the moment. He's probably got more power with the punches. Tetoros it is. Holding court in centre ring. Middleton it is on the back foot. Still trying to work to the inside of the legs there of Tetoros. Again, takes that right leg of Tetoros out. Trying for it again. Oh, good high kick to the head. Comes from Tetoros. But as Tarsus Pedritas said before, being a southpaw, you can leave yourself wide open, unfortunately, with that inside right leg. And it's Middleton who tries to fight it all the time. Good round from Middleton on that occasion. And both fighters putting on a great display here in centre ring. We're at the World Congress Centre. How do you see it, Tarsus?
It's a close fight. I think Jim's ahead a bit because with his handwork, and he's following up with his legs. Dale at the moment is only just kicking, and he's not following up with his hands, and Jim has hurt him a bit.
Oscar, I can see looking at Jim now in the corner, he's taking a little bit of, well, a lot of punishment actually on that front leg. There was a slight limp as he was walking back to the corner. Do you think that's going to make any change in the outcome of the fight as it's heading at the moment?
I don't think so, because Jim takes his time, and if he starts getting sore, he'll start switching or checking. So,
well, he's got the capability also, Tarsus, of being able to use his hands, because, I mean, as we said before, a lot of these young fellows, a lot of these young blokes come from various backgrounds. Jimmy Tetoros, of course, was a Victorian amateur boxing champion. So, before he's broken into the sport of kickboxing, and as you said before, the legs get a bit sore. You can always use the hands, and at the moment he's using plenty of power. But Dale Middleton answering everything that he can throw at him so far. Third round scheduled 4-rounder. This featherweight contest at the World Congress Centre, taken on the gloves and the arms there. Middleton, no damage done. And these two cock sparrows are hard at it at centre ring. Thoroughly entertaining the crowd. Both working hard. Tetoros looking at Middleton and looking to put him away with left and right combinations. Middleton it is that's doing the leg work inside. Tetros' corner, calling for him to box. Middleton content just to let him walk up and then try and pick him off for the walking in. Still looking for those legs. Shy of the mark on that occasion. A little sloppy. Roundhouse kick, trying to come in from the back. Now an inside leg kick. Tetros, one to the midriff with a kick, now trying to follow it up with left and right combinations. Middleton, still as good with the hands too. And that one caught Tetros in the midriff. Tetros clubbing right hand over the top, doesn't find its mark. Perhaps just starting to show a little sign of tiredness, Middleton, as he goes back into the neutral corner. Tetros it is in the white trunks. Out of the blue corner, hands over the top. Just starting, walked into one then from Tetros, just starting to show a few little signs of tiredness. Is the boy from Campbelltown in New South Wales.
I think you may be right there, Rob. Although he's really hammering with those leg kicks. He throws the occasional leg kick there and it really buries into to Jim Tetoros, especially his front leg there. It's looking awfully red from here.
This is the third, 3/4 the way through the third of this 4-rounder. Well, 3/4, my clock's out. And not a lot in this fight. But at the moment, we just have a look in the corner, if we can, of young Dale Middleton. And his corner, Robert Hong, it is working overtime. And just a little fatigued. Dana Goodson has his boy in the corner. The ice pack's being applied to the inside of that right thigh. But at this stage, Dale Middleton quite prepared to stand.
Well, he's actually looks as if he's collapsed on top of the ring post there. It seems to be holding him up. I don't know that he's standing.
Well, I was actually looking at those seats before. I know Dana's thrown their ring stool out because it's very, very low. Because the boys are really only about 10 inches off the ground. But I think at this point of time, young Dale Middleton is probably showing the efforts of those early rounds. And Tetoros apparently, well not apparently, Tetoros looking much the fresher. Referee asking Middleton, is he quite okay? Gives him the nod.
Here we go, fourth and final round.
Is there a bluff? Maybe there might be a little bit of strategy in what Middleton is doing.
Could be.
Tetros it is, hanging on with that right hand. Now comes in with a left hand combination. The referee says, no, you're hanging on to him, but I think it was a little bit the other way. Tetros desperate to put him down. But the boy from Campbelltown in New South Wales, not to be outdone, still stands there in centre ring. Comes after him, tries to take the legs out from underneath him. Good uppercut there from Tetros. Tries to line him up with the rings with a left hook. There comes the left hand over the top. Left and right combination. Middleton's still there. Trying. Let the picture paint the story for you. Tetros' power over the top, a clubbing right hand has put Middleton to the canvas. And Robert Hong is telling him not to go on. He doesn't want him to. But Dale Middleton says, no, I'm going to keep going. Robert Hong pleading for his boy to call it quits. But he won't. He wants to see the 4 rounds out. Still in there, trading leather with Jimmy Tetros, the IKBA, the Australian featherweight title holder. But he can't put the New South Wales boy down. He's back at him on the ropes again. Right hand over the top, exhausted. Tetros trying to put him away, but Middleton's got the hands up, looking for protection and leaning in on the Victorian.
Nice roundhouse to the head.
Still, Tetros can't quite find the mark. Trying, the uppercut finds the mark on that occasion from Tetros. Middleton bullocking his way across centre ring. The roundhouse kick again finds the mark from Tetros. Middleton's still there. What an enormous effort. Comes in with the right uppercut to Tetros. Tetros comes back with the right and left. Uppercut from Tetros, left hand over the top. Middleton's still there. An enormous effort. Oh. Well, you might have lost the fight in our books, Dale Middleton, but what an enormous effort to stand there and take that punishment from the Victorian and Australian champion, Jimmy Tetros. Couldn't put him away.
Very good performance by Jimmy, like always. But Dale showed a lot of heart.
Oh, that is one of the gutsiest performances I have seen, Stephen.
Unbelievable. That Dale Middleton, We thought when we were matching these two boys that Dale was going to have his hands full, but he's really shown a lot of heart here tonight.
Well, he had his hands full, but I'm astounded. Before that fourth round, Robert Hong, the corner man and his trainer, was saying, Dale, don't go on. But he didn't want to end the fight that way, and lasted the 4 rounds.
My Chinese is not that good. You sure that's what he was saying?
Well, it's very hard to say keep going and shake your head the other way. Let's go centre ring with Howard.
Okay. Yes, good on you, George. Yes. Oysters are first class, I can hear that. Tom Gooses has been there, have you, Tom? You have? Peter Shannon, WKA representative at ringside. Ladies and gentlemen, by unanimous points, retaining his unbeaten record, the technician, Dimitri Tetoros. And let's not forget, a man of gallantry, Dale Middleton, my word. Dale Middleton took so many shots. We'll be talking to Dana. Ladies and gentlemen, issuing a challenge formally in centre ring, part of the Paul Fifield stable. Would you welcome Kid K. Karim, Australian champion, formally issuing a challenge to the technician, Jim Tetoros. Kid K. Karim, yes? We're getting him across. George is getting him ready to present the trophy. Dana, can we just hand it across? Kid K. Karim. Kid, I'll talk to you first, and then we'll talk to the winner. Kid, 57 kilograms, that's your weight?
Right now I'm 59, but I'm just finding it a bit hard to get some fights. I know Jim and Nick, they're both great fighters. I see him, he's a good fighter, good sportsman, all a part of the sport. We've got to try and get fights wherever we can. There's not that many fighters about around our weight division. Well, that's what it's all about, whoever wants to talk.
Okay, Kid, the challenge is there from Kid K. Karim. Jim and Dana, come across. First of all, congratulations, 9 out of 9. What a worthy champion he is. Jim, congratulations.
Thanks a lot. First, I'd just like to thank a few people. I'd like to thank my trainer, Dana Goodson, for all the work he's been doing for us. I'd also like to thank the assistant trainers, Bobby Scrivano and Johnny Douglas. I'd like to thank all the guys from the gym for helping us out, and my parents, and most of all, I'd like to thank all my fans out there. Thanks a lot.
Dana, Kid K. Karim has issued a challenge. How do you sort of react to that?
We take on all bums. Well, he's trying to come in. He wants to get on TV. I know they turned the TV off. But he thought he would get on national TV. He didn't get on it, Kareem. But we'll fight Kareem if he can make the weight. I doubt if he can make the weight, so he's just, again, like I'm saying, trying to get on TV. But we'll fight anybody. We're the champions. We're the WKA champions and the SKBA champions. We got to accept anybody. So anybody wants to step in the ring, let's do it. No worries.
Well done, Goodson.